Good morning, all of you. Good morning. We created the stateless session bean in part 1, in which we have created the session bean in our EJB folder. And now in our war folder, we are going to create our files which are going to interact with the client. So let's first edit our index.html. So for that, you have to create a form where action would be equal to calling a servlet, which we will write after creation of our servlet. Method is equal to post for better security. Enter first number. We'll add the code to add our text box. Input type is equal to text. Name is equal to number 1, through which we will retrieve the value inside our servlet. This was for the first number, and same for the second. We'll change the values. Now we'll add the code to add the submit button. Name is equal to submit. Value is equal to, sorry, spelling mistake, call B. Okay, now let's create the servlet. For servlets, we'll right click on the source package, new servlet. We'll give the any name, then we'll click next. We will not check this because we want annotation based. Okay, the first thing is copy this URL pattern inside the index.html action tag. Okay, now let's go to the session servlet. The first thing is to retrieve the values that user has entered. While retrieving it using the request.get parameter, the return value would be the string. So for that, I have to parse it in the int. So request dot get parameter number 1. Okay, it has to be request. Same for the number 2. Okay, now we have this number 1 and number 2. Now let's first create an object of our session bean through which we are going to call our business methods. So for that, you have to insert code. You'll go to the call enterprise bean. Our enterprise bean is in EJB stateless bean. Then we will click OK. Now this is the object that we have got, and through this object I can call all the functions of our stateless session beans. That means add, multiply, subtract and division. Okay, so we will add the code to call our functions of stateless session bean. If we have to add two numbers, we will use this object and the add function. To this, I will pass two variables n1, number 1 and number 2. We have to perform 4 operations. So we have subtraction, multiplication and division. We'll change the function name also. Sub, mult and div. Okay, so we have created the session bean inside this stateless bean where our actual logic is there. Then in index.html, we took the input from the user, and in the servlet, we are first converting it into integer and then creating an object of your stateless session bean, and through that I'm calling the functions. Okay, now let's just run it. We'll clean and build. Then we will deploy it on the server, and then we will run. We have the stateless session bean. Let's just enter one number, suppose 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3. So when I'll click this, see, we have addition of two numbers, subtraction, multiplication, division. Why this session bean is called stateless? Because whenever I'm going to enter new set of values, it will overwrite the old value. See, it has overridden all the old values. So it is not maintaining any state with my client and server. So this was it for your stateless session bean. If you have any queries, please do message me. Thank you so much.